Alright, in part 3 we're going to signal our dual crossover section of track, and as you can see from this approach direction we have two options, or two choices that we can go. We can either cross over and take line 2 or stay on line 1. So we're going to use the CSX tall 2-head 2-track. And we're going to be using that at all 4 points here because that's our option. No matter which direction we're coming from or going to, there's always two choices of which side of the track we can be on. So link 1 is always straight ahead, and link 2 we're putting on the other side. I'm just going to flip around here and place our links, or place our signals from the other side. Again, link 1, link 2, link 1, and link 2. And now I'm just going to double check my link placement and make sure that we're within the confines of the track ribbon and not crossing any. Now as you can see, when I'm doing this, I always adjust my links as close to link 0 as possible. And the reason I do that is so that the signal does not get locked up by a great distance between link 0 and one of the other links that the train needs to cross in order for that signal to be switched in clear. I'll try and talk about that more a little later. Often I'll see, when I'm looking at routes that have been created, that folks have a tendency to take that link that I like to move as close to, link 0 as possible, and they'll drag them way out. I guess the concept or the idea behind it is that they're trying to protect this section of track. So they'll just drag the link way out, and actually they'll cross and put link 1 in front of link 0 of another signal like I'm showing you here, and that fouls both links and both signals. They won't work properly if you do that. So try and keep your links, when you're placing them, as close to the link 0 as possible, but still in another track ribbon. Okay, so here we are at our other crossover that we have three options. We can either go straight ahead, we can cross over, or we can take the diverging route. We also have three different speeds that we're going to have here: the speed straight ahead, the speed of the crossover, and the speed of the diverging route. All come into play. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to use, since CXX gives correct signaling for speed indicators, I'm going to go ahead and use a 3-head 3-track signal, since I'm going to be using 3 different speed limits, or there's going to be 3 different speeds in use here. And I'm just going to place my links 1, 2, and 3. Now for this second track, technically I could use a 2-head, and I wouldn't get the speed indicators, but as a driver I would know that if I'm getting a diverging route I have to slow down. But I'm going to go ahead and put a 3-head here also, as an indicator, as this, so that we get the correct lighting. And you'll see that later when we turn all the signals on and do a walkthrough. So there's our link 1 and our link 2. So there is no third track, but we do have 3 heads. And now I'm just going to adjust all my links, just as I've done on every other signal. You should be pretty familiar with this routine by now if you've gone through the tutorial, so I won't say too much more about this part of it. Now right here I made a mistake and I accidentally selected the track when I was trying to move the link, which happens often. If you do that and the track turns red and you move the mouse, just hit Control Z. It'll put everything back and reactivate the signal, so you can just select the link again.